I was down on the river, and this day I made an old friend, and his name was Ted. Ted had just turned 83 years of age and had come to the river to reconnect with his past, the memories, and all the good times that he'd had over the last decade here on the river. He said that he'd come here to fish for luderick, but unfortunately he said that he wasn't as nimble as he used to be, and he had trouble getting down and getting around on the rocks. You see, luderick was a place where they hide in the nooks and crannies along the riverbank of where the rocky areas are and the weed meets the river. Ted wasn't as nimble as he used to be, and he said that he'd been struggling and worried that he may possibly fall over. He said that this could be his last trip to the river and that he may never make it back up here again. But truthfully, Ted wasn't really worried about catching any fish. I said to him, "So what are you fishing for this time, Ted?" And he said, "There's no luderick around, so I'm looking for a bream, and I'm using corn as bait." Now, I was really surprised because I'd never ever heard of that being used as bait. So it was a great tip that I learnt from Ted on that day. He said that he'd come there alone and that unfortunately all his friends had passed on. Yes, they'd moved off into the next world and unfortunately passed away. He said he didn't mind coming on his own. He wanted to just spend some time by himself, relax and enjoy the river. You see, I think it was more than just the fishing, because he said to me, "Well, if I catch a fish, I just got to clean it anyway." So as you could see, he was there to reconnect with those memories, to connect with the beauty of nature, to connect with everything that was around him. He told me about the stories that he'd had over the years and how he'd been coming to this river for over a decade and how the evolution of man was changing the river system and that he couldn't get to places where he used to fish before and that how there wasn't as many fish around. But he still came and he was happy to be here, and I must admit I was very glad to meet old Ted because I learned a lot on the river.